the future of the UK. You're listening to a snippet of a podcast I did with THA Talks. You can find a link in the description to the podcast and make sure you subscribe and join in the debate below. Even for the Tory party, I know a lot of people think that Theresa May is in dead water. I think she may well stay until 2019, may well stay even further if she manages to get a good deal and just keep things ticking over. I think even if she changes, even if the Tory party changes leader, there's a good chance that they won't lose the election. Because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments about how Jeremy Corbyn is a Marxist and how little they want it. And there's this whole scandal recently about his kind of misuse of words over the student tuition.
So that has had a big sting, would you say, Chris? He's being seen as backtracking on a promise.
I don't think it's a massive thing. I think whatever criticism he gets, a lot of supporters just say, "Oh, it's just the media being against him." They don't necessarily criticize him. They criticize the establishment who are against him, whereas people like Nicola Sturgeon or Theresa May get criticized because of them. Because Nicola Sturgeon's too focused on Scotland, and Theresa May is too focused on continuing the establishment of Conservatives, and a lot of people are against that in itself. So if the Conservative Party manages to reinvent itself as something other than an austerity kind of party, then they could, dare I say it, they could gain a small minority or small majority government in the next election.
That would have to be pretty radical, though, wouldn't it? To convince people that they'd actually change tack and they weren't the same people who'd just spent the last 7 years persecuting the country. Surely the people who are most associated with austerity would have to go. And there'd be new people to take their places to give the Conservative Party a new image.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is very hard for a sitting government to do.
But let me just say that a lot of people didn't see the UK election outcome the way it did, probably like a month before. And
hardly anyone.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just putting it out there that things could be a lot different than you might think they would be now. And I'm not saying it will be like this. I mean, it could just go the status quo. Jeremy Corbyn wins a high majority and he's the next prime minister. But that is the presumed status quo. And Theresa May was the presumed prime minister before the last election. So,
the first past the post is a very strange beast. Do you know how close Corbyn was? 2,600 votes distributed differently across the marginal constituencies would have put Corbyn into number 10. It was that few people's votes had the crucial balance of power in that election. So it was extraordinary, and he was very close. The next election is certainly the Conservatives to lose, isn't it?
No.
Well, if they don't make the reforms, if they don't convince people, they can actually have something positive to offer people. If they don't do that,
but you're assuming that the same people that turned out for this election, the young people, will turn out for the next election, and the same people that didn't turn up for this election will turn out for the next election.
So you feel there is a chance of people who turned out this year wouldn't turn out at a second election if it, say, took place in 6 months?
Yes, because I feel that people maybe feel a bit kind of disheartened with a hung parliament again, and there could be a bad kind of Brexit turmoil about to come. There could be another recession about to come. I hate to say it. I don't mean to put bad on the country because I don't want that to happen. But I actually think a lot of anti-Brexiteers and Remainers don't want the country to remain stable. They want Brexit to fail, and they want to see kind of things taken back to what they were. And I think in the end, whilst we might get Brexit in inverted commas, we will get an ineffective Brexit. Essentially, we are still in the single market. We still allow immigrants to come in through for a transitional period that will turn out to not be full.
And of course, still paying.
Yeah, still paying. And there will be a lot of kind of turmoil about to happen from both sides, from the hard Brexit side and from the soft Brexit side, as to what actually the people voted for. In the end, we're just going to end up with something that nobody voted for. And that's just going to make people feel as much disillusionment again.
That's the sort of mess politicians tend to create, isn't it? When you give them a difficult problem, which requires some clear, decisive thinking and some bold leadership, and you get a bodgy mess handed back to you, and that's the best we could do, because that's them all over, isn't it?